last part of our study guide. We're finally here. Last 4 problems, these are the hardest problems I've seen in a long time. If you can do these, the ones on our test will be a joke to you. These ones, in my opinion, are much harder. And that's why we're going to work these, because if we can understand this, everything else is cake. All right, so 4 4/5 times 7 2/3. Let's go ahead and start on that guy. All right, first things first, Texas. Gotta Texas it. All right. Start from the bottom, work your way to the top. 5 times 4, you get 20. All right, 20 plus 4 is 24. All right, on the other side, 3 times 7 is 21. 21 plus 2, 23. All right, same denominators. 5 on this side, they had a 3 on this side, still multiply, nothing else changes. But right there, that is a big number. 24 times 23. That would make my head explode. I'm not even going to try it because we have this great tool called cross simplification. Butterfly wings. Let's do it. All right, 5 and 23, not really much I can do with that. But 24 and 3, I can work with that. 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 goes into 24 8 times. All right. 8 times 23 and 5 times 1. A lot better than 24 times 23. Still big. Still going to write out my multiplication. 23 times 8. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 2 is 18. 184. Big number. 184 over 5 times 1 is 5. All right. Improper fraction, long division. Improper fraction, long division. We're here again. All right, so denominator at the door, numerator in that house. 5 goes into 1, can't do it. 5 goes into 18 though, I can do that 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. Subtract, you get 3. Bring down, you get 4. All right, does McDonald's sell burger? We did divide, and we got 3. We did multiply, we got 15. We did subtract, we got 3. And then we did bring down, and it turned it into 34. 5 goes into 34, 6 times. 6 times 5 is 30. Remember, you're trying to get as close as you can without going over, just like Price is Right. 34 minus 30, 4. 36 and 4/5. That is the answer to that one. A lot of work, guys. It's the same amount as we normally see. The problem is when you get a baby with that big of a head, you really got to take care of it. You got to be careful. So right here, 5 goes into 184. You got to make sure. It's a big number. It doesn't mean you can't do it. With long division, it doesn't matter how big the number is. Even though it looks scary, that could have been 18,400. We could have still handled it because we have our long division and we just have to take it step by step. Just taking little chunks and we'll be all right. Okay, so up here, once again, we are back to Texas. Here, let me zoom out a little. I'll try to keep as much of this in the window as I can. All right, so Texas. Don't have to Texas that side, 2/3. I like that. I wish more were like it. All right, 3 times 5, 15. Add it to 1 and you'll get 16. Over 3 divided by 2 over 3. Now I get to KFC. Remember, division, you always KFC with division. Always KFC with division. Keeping, 16 over 3. Flipping division, now multiplication, 2/3. Now it's a reciprocal, 3 over 2. All right, and now we can either go straight across or we can do our cross simplification. I'm going to do cross simplification on this one just because it works both ways. 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 goes into 3 one time. 2 goes into 2 one time. 2 goes into 16 8 times. So 8 over 1 times 1 over 1 equals 8 over 1 equals 8. Final answer. All right, next one, number 3. Number 3, Texas. All right. 9 times 3, 27. Plus 4, 31 over 9. This is the hardest problem in my opinion, but we can do it, guys. All right, 6 times 2, 12. 12 plus 5, 17. 17 over 6. Now, what you'll notice is you will want to so badly cross simplify this guy. I want to. I look at that thing and say, oh, please tell me I can cross simplify. Unfortunately, 17 and 31 are prime numbers. They're only divisible by themselves and 1. So therefore, 31 will not work with the 6. 17 will not work with the 9. We actually have to multiply 31 times 17. It has to happen, guys. All right, so we're going to do it. 31, 17 times. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. All right, now we got to put our 0 placeholder. Don't forget about that 0 placeholder. All right, 1 times 31 is 31. Add it. 527. 527, and 9 times 6 is 54. So this would be 527 over 54. All right, that's a big one. 527 over 54. We got to set it up. Division. Big-headed baby. Biggest problem is, guys, when you're looking at this, 54 cannot go into 5. 54 cannot go into 52. 54 has to go into the whole thing of 527. So this is where I would recommend do not try to write out all your multiples. It's such a big number. The best thing to do is try to think through it logically. Now, you will not see a question like this on the test tomorrow. So if you get this, you're great. If you don't, you're still great. All right? It's okay. But I want to see who can get this one. All right, so bear with me. All right, 54. What is 54 times 10? What would 54 times 10 be? Anything times 10, you just do one little thing to it.
540.
540. Is 540 too big to fit into 527?
No. Yes.
It is. Unfortunately, it is. But 527. All right, so if times 10 is too much, let's try times 9 because it's pretty close. I mean, we're still in the 500s, right? So we should try something close to that, but without going up to 10 because we know 10 is too big. So let's try 9. All right. 9 times 54. 9 times 4, 36. 9 times 5, 45. Plus 3 is 48. 486. That'll fit. Let's do it. So 54 goes into 527 9 times. 9 times 54 is 486. Subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1. 2 minus 8, I can't do it. I have to borrow from that 5. Turn it into 12. 12 minus 8, I can do that. 4. 4 minus 4, nothing. So 9 and 41 54ths. 9 and 41 54ths. Big numbers, big numbers. Now, number 4. Number 4. All right, we got 15 and 1/8 divided by 2 and 3/4. So, like normal, do our Texas. All right, 8 times 15, big number. All right, 15 times 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 4 is 12. 120. 120 plus 1 is 121 over 8. Still divide. I'm not doing KFC yet. Don't want to try to do it all at one time, especially with these big numbers. You can get really messed up. All right, so 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 3 is 11. 11 over 4. Now, if you notice, there's a 121 here and 11. That's going to come in very handy in a little bit. Spoiler alert. All right. So, we can go ahead and KFC now. Keeping 121 over 8. All right, it's the last problem. Come on, wake up, guys. All right, divide flips to multiply. 11 over 4 changes to 4 over 11. And now we can do our famous butterfly wings. World famous butterfly wings right there. All right, 11 goes into itself one time. It goes into 121. If you're not sure, you can look up at the multiplication chart, but it's 11 times. So 11. All right, 4 goes into 4 one time. It goes into 8, 2. So 11 over 2 times 1 over 1 equals 11 over 2. All right, improper fraction, still not done. 2 goes into 11. 5 times 2 is 10. Subtract to get 1. 5 and 1/2. And just like that, we are done with the study guide. Great job, guys.